Hi, I'm Michelle Baker with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. Which Latin American country holds a festival where farmers carry up to 130 kilos of flowers? We'll have the answer later. We start this week with breaking news. In Ecuador, the presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio was shot dead on Wednesday night after coming out of a campaign rally. Villavicencio was one of the 8 candidates running in the August 20th presidential elections and a former journalist who investigated corruption and denounced links between organized crime and government officials. The country's second-largest gang, Los Lobos, claimed responsibility. The alleged killer was shot dead in the gunfire exchange. A wave of crime has engulfed Ecuador due to increased drug-related activities. This is the 3rd politician to be killed in the country this year. President Guillermo Lasso declared an emergency and said the crime would not go unpunished. Leaders from the 8 Amazon rainforest countries met in Brazil for the first time in 14 years. The purpose of the meeting was to negotiate a regional pact to stop deforestation by 2030. Key topics of discussion included ending illegal gold mining and facilitating cross-border policing to stop environmental crimes. The summit was held by the Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization members. Presidents from Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, and Peru were all in attendance. Ecuador, Guyana, Suriname, and Venezuela sent top officials. Following up on this story from Bolivia, the manhunt for a suspected drug trafficker at large continues. The Bolivian Minister of Interior, Eduardo del Castillo, announced the arrest of a Bolivian man identified as the second in command of the organization led by Sebastián Marcet Cabrera from Uruguay. The manhunt has become a saga. Marcet sent a video to the media. In it, he thanks Bolivian police for giving him prior warning of an attempt to arrest him. Marcet is still on the loose and is wanted in Uruguay, Brazil, Paraguay, and the United States. Uruguay is investigating an aircraft presumably used to transport prisoners as part of Operation Condor. The operation was a collaboration between South American military regimes in the 1970s and named after the vultures that fly over the Andes. An investigator found the aircraft through social media blogs and posts. The aircraft is all in one piece but badly damaged. It's suspected to have been used by the Argentine military officer Emilio Macerra, who was part of the military regime in 1976. The Argentine judicial system has requested that Uruguay preserve the plane for future investigations. Now let's check out the stories we're following for next week. We're following the second round of the presidential elections in Guatemala, set for August 20th. The runoff will be held between Bernardo Arévalo and Sandra Torres. Arévalo is currently leading some pre-election polls. During a presidential debate, he said this was a historic moment for Guatemala, as it could stop decades of corruption with his presidency. Torres did not appear at the debate, but she presented her government plans, including militarizing the penitentiary system. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is A. This month, Colombia celebrated its annual flower festival with the colorful CGTN parade. The 66th version of the festival was held in the city of Medellin. The spectacle features flower growers displaying their rich culture with plants and crops. In the CGTN parade, the silleta, or seat, where the flowers are displayed, can sometimes weigh up to 130 kilos. They are carried by the creators and designers of the flower arrangement who walk in the parade on the last day of the week-long festival. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.